So I made that video like how do you say it? A couple days ago saying that I'm going to Somalia, but check this out. I'm actually probably gonna go. But wait, hold on. I gotta close the door and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I bought the GoPro. I bought the fuck my music. But now, well, like, let me try to clear up the whole thing, all the misconceptions. I bought the GoPro Hero Mini, but I didn't like it, so I returned it to Amazon. But now we have this other instrument. See right here? You guys can't see it because it's mirroring, but yeah, your camera must be returned before you can use it. No, your camera must be updated before you can use it. See how sometimes you see what you want to see instead of what's actually there in front of your face? Alright, hold on. How do you remove this shit? Okay. Okay, we're having a little bit of progress here. Ooh, nice and shiny. So this is the GoPro Hero 12, which I will be using to film my travel journey. This is going to be the first of a mini series. I'm going to be using this in Somalia. I've been looking at the prices of tickets and shit in November, and it's like 635 euro round trip, and it takes 25 hours and 15 minutes to get to Somalia, and it's with Qatar Airways. And there's like a bunch of layovers. So first you leave Schiphol, then you get to Doha, Hamad International Airport, which is in Qatar, I assume. I don't know. And then you go to Aden Ade International Airport, which is in Ethiopia. And that's like a little. No, but this is the return ticket. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the return ticket. But you know, it's interesting, man. Like a lot of people are asking me in the comments, why did you pick Somalia? Why would you go to Somalia? Why would you leave the country, Netherlands, and go to Somalia for a holiday when it's the most corrupt country on the planet? The U.S. Department of Home Secretary says that you shouldn't go there because you are more than likely going to be kidnapped or killed, so you should write a will before you go. All these different warnings and dangers and stuff. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Somalia is a very dangerous country. That's obviously a miss. That's obviously the case, but it's like, I feel like it's kind of overblown in a way because I've been to Mogadishu before. I was there in 2014/2015. I'm not sure, the dates are kind of fuzzy a little bit. I did go. I mean, was it a good experience? I think it was a good experience because even though I didn't necessarily enjoy it because I was a little kid, punk ass kid, expecting everything to be nice and warm and fuzzy, and when it wasn't, I kind of had a little bit of a culture shock. I also had a little bit of a shock to my immune system as well, in terms of like what I was eating there. Like it just a massive shock to my immune system. I vomited a bunch of times when I was there. Just hygiene, flies. So when I go over there, I'm not really sure all the logistics of it because I'm gonna be going in November, so I have a lot of time to plan. Yeah, I already bought the ticket. It's 635 euros. My budget is gonna be around 1,000 euros. I'm gonna have around 1,000 euros in Somalia, $1,000, because in Somalia you use dollars instead of Somali shillings because the exchange rate is fucking garbage, dude. It's bad. When I was there, it was like 20,000 shillings for $1. It was really bad. It was bad. It wasn't good. Um. So yeah, there's just a bunch of things to kind of think about. Where I'm gonna go, how I'm gonna bribe this person or that person, what I'm gonna do there, how I'm gonna ensure my safety. I mean, there's just so many different things to think about. But you know what I am? I'm kind of like a gambler. I love to take risks. So I don't care. I'm gonna go over there and no one's gonna tell me anything. And whatever happens, happens, you know? I mean, obviously, I'm a survivor, so I'm not gonna just go out there and do stupid shit, like just do stupid shit like drink alcohol or whatever. No, of course not. Of course not. Like they don't even have alcohol there, anyways. So what are you talking about? Of course they do. They do have alcohol there. It would be naive to say they don't. The military checkpoints. I'm gonna have to bribe the soldiers when they stop me. Like there's checkpoints all over Mogadishu, dude. There's checkpoints all over the city. Like there's checkpoints there's checkpoints, so many fucking checkpoints. And you have to bribe God knows how many people. So it's gonna be a nightmare in that aspect. I remember when I was in the tuk tuk, those little cars that drive around Malaysia taking people to different places. No, I think it was a bus, and they said number Afar or something like that. That's like a region, a place in Mogadishu. And then there was this Bakara market that we're trying to go to. Like, there's different stops, and then there's like a way that he pays the military every time there's a checkpoint, and then he pays the guy sitting underneath the tree smoking a cigarette and with an AK in his hand. So obviously we gotta pay the guy, or he's gonna shoot us. So I think I would prefer to pay him. I think I would prefer to pay him. Yes, 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 of course. I mean, I guess that's kind of like our problems, Somalia is the way it is because of me and because of every other Somali person. But I mean, it's kind of like a bit of a pussy thing to say that it's my fault. I'm to blame for Somalia's condition. Like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? Like, I'm not to blame because I'm I'm fucking like what the fuck? I wasn't even born there. Like, I'm European basically at this point. Um, Fuck, man, this is gonna be long. It's gonna be a long trip, dude. November the 5th. It takes 46 hours to go there and 25 hours to come back. How the fuck does that work? Schiphol Airport and then to Hamad, and then from Hamad to Aden Ade, and then from Aden Ade to where? Oh, that's Mogadishu Airport. Oh, okay. I thought that was Addis Ababa. I was like, no, no, it's Aden Ade, which is the airport of Mogadishu, Somalia, which is the capital. Um, Apparently at this time I'll be there at 1 p.m. local time, I assume. Oh fuck! I have to get a brick phone. I have to figure out how to use this. I have to figure out how to do this. I'm mostly going there. What's the objective? Why am I going to Somalia when there's like a fucking massive humanitarian crisis? There's terrorists all over the fucking country. There's bombings every other week, extortion, kidnappings. So, yeah, those are the problems my country faces, which is definitely something that we should overcome. But it's like, why am I going there? Just a multitude of reasons. Um, I need to see the homeland. I'm very patriotic, guys. It doesn't seem that way because I criticize Somalia so much, but you guys gotta believe the criticism comes from a good place. And I wouldn't necessarily want to become the prime minister or the president of Somalia. Um, Politics, I'm obviously into politics. Doesn't matter any way you go, you got to be interested in politics because if you're not into politics, politics is going to be into you. So you got to always be into politics, man. Like, you cannot be apolitical. It's like putting your head in the sand and thinking that nothing's going to happen. It's like you gotta kind of like, you know, be aware of what's happening around you and not be a fucking peon and listen to the system. So, but anyways, that's just me little going on a rant. But obviously, I'm gonna respect the customs and the traditions and the culture of the country. Um, just a few things that I would like to see changed, but maybe I'm gonna lead. Maybe I'm gonna meet with the regional leaders and the clan leaders and the representatives of the clans in each district, and we can come with a solution to the 4.5 system. You know, I'm gonna present my proposal to the president of Somalia, and maybe we can make some changes to the constitution. Maybe we can improve the infrastructure, security. Perhaps we can even make a deal with the terrorists so that they can stop terrorizing the country. I'm not saying we should negotiate with but I'm just saying like, how can we resolve the situation in the most effective way? Because so far, force and violence isn't necessarily working, and we can't get to the root of the problem by just putting a bullet in their head, because that's not a humane way to deal with people. You know, we definitely, I think we definitely need human rights in Somalia. That's an important. You guys see my laptop over there, but that's an important aspect of Somalia that we need to kind of look at. Human rights issues, women's rights also. I would love to meet with the representatives of each clan, each tribe, you know, sit down with them, talk about the issues, and give some agreements and some conditions and some protections for women's rights. I think that's definitely something that we should take a look at. If I was the president of Somalia, this is what I would do. I would try to make these proposals to Parliament. But the thing is, we don't necessarily have a functioning democracy. We have a 4.5 system that's appointed by clan elders, which I respect the elders, you know, they're important. We need them to rebuild the country, but it's like at some point you kind of got to look at them and think, okay, I'm not criticizing them. I'm just saying like, just just looking at it from the perspective of an outsider, you would think that they're not necessarily doing what's best for their clan, but rather for their own interests. Maybe some mixtures of both. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But primarily, I'm going over there to film, enjoy the weather, have some nice food. It's basically it, guys. I mean, nothing really interesting about it, but that's it. That's what it is. And oh shit, I completely forgot I was gonna roll this joint. Oh shit. I know we ain't got no weed in Somalia, that's for sure. Yeah, for real. Yeah, you gotta say that twice. For real, yeah. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'm gonna change my mind and go to Ethiopia or something like that. I don't know. Ethiopia? Why would you go to Ethiopia? So the comments are gonna say I might as well answer it. Well, for one, I won't get shot in the head in Ethiopia. There's a chance I might because there's civil war over there right now. Okay, this is the Addis Ababa. And it's pretty close to Somalia anyways, so if I really wanted to go to Somalia and I'm in Addis Ababa, I can just go. Like, bro, it's 493 euros to Addis Ababa. But to Somalia, it's fucking 635 euros. 635 euros is an absolute steal, though. It's an absolute fucking steal, bro. 100%, because that price you're not gonna find anywhere else. Oh yeah, and next week I'm gonna get my new passport. So that's the first step. Ticket. I, cause I've already bought it. Just gotta get the passport first. That's the main part. That's the most important part, you know. Or maybe I can travel inside Europe. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like 90% sure I'm going, but at the same time, you know, you gotta be careful. You don't make any rash, impulsive decisions that you might regret. I'm a very impulsive guy, you know. I like to do things on the fly. That's definitely the kind of person I am. It has its advantages, but it also has its many disadvantages of being impulsive. It can lead to regret, which is not a good emotion to have, guys. No, that's not necessarily to suggest that. That doesn't necessarily say that I'm a guy that tends to regret things. But I'm just saying that there's a higher chance because even though you may like it, you may not like it long term. You may not like that decision that you made in that precise moment, the long term aspect, if you look at it from that perspective. But, you know, I've always been a pragmatic guy, man. I've always done what I thought was right, you know, never really fucked anyone over. Never done that. Never done that. I've always been forthright and honest with people, you know, as long as they're honest with me. You can't complain that I'm motherfucking talking shit to you and telling you bullshit. If you tell me bullshit, like for real. Motherfucker gotta be honest with me. That's the number one thing. I mean, if you're not being honest, the fuck am I doing being honest for you, man? What the fuck? Shit don't make no fucking sense. Do it make any fucking sense? I'm gonna be honest with you, 100. And you just telling me bullshit. Crazy. And imagine I go to Somalia, I have all this money in my pocket, and some dude just fucking robs me. I'm fucked. And the only money I have, and now the only thing I have is my GoPro. And what if they steal my GoPro? How am I gonna take pictures over there? So many things that I'm thinking about. Like, obviously, I want to take pictures with me standing next to something, but then it's like, if I hand someone the camera to take the picture, they're gonna steal the phone or the camera. So it's like, you know, it's kind of chaotic, man. I don't really have any. I mean, I'm gonna go by myself. You know, there's no one that's actually coming with me. Um, it would be nice though. It would be nice to talk to the clan leaders, and that would be nice. That would be dope. Fuck yeah, I would love to do it. I mean, my broken Somali isn't that good. I mean, it's terrible, but I can still speak it. I can speak it, but it's like I don't necessarily speak it very good. You know, I think they would understand most of what I say. What's the level of it? Like A2 or something? I don't know. B1? Something like that, yeah. But yeah, that's the plan, guys. Or we can go somewhere more interesting. I'm not really fully. I can always get a refund on the ticket that I bought, by the way, guys. Let's not get too crazy here. Even though I bought the ticket, I can still get a refund, so it's not a big deal. I can change my mind and go somewhere else. Where would I go in particular? I mean, I could go to North Africa. That was another idea that I was kind of having in my mind. North Africa, Somalia, Ethiopia. I mean, this Africa would definitely be the better opportunity for sure.